Good morning, y'all, and welcome back. Thanks for joining us. So in today's video, we're gonna start doing all the work inside there to make changes for when baby boy gets here. So I'm gonna take you inside right now and show you all the projects that we have and talk about how we're gonna take care of them. This is Alecia. Hi. The project manager for all of the equipment and the construction going on there right now.
The wish list creator.
So anyway, what's one thing you want done in here?
I think I want some of the stick-on tiles to go down here and up this wall.
And is that the only thing in here?
Well, unless you want to do some wallpapering for me. I have seen some other rigs that wallpapered like this wall and this wall, and it looks really cute, but I'm just not sure if I want to do that yet. So we'll decide.
So anyway, we're probably gonna put the stick-on tiles right here.
Yeah, for sure stick-on tiles.
Maybe
here.
something over there.
Yeah.
And in here, we haven't figured out what we're gonna do yet, so it hasn't been approved through the upper management. But stuff's happening in here, but that's probably not gonna make this video because we have way more planned. And then when you come in here, there's two spots in here that she may want to have things done.
Yes.
So she's seen the sticky tile also done right here.
Yeah.
And right here around the stove.
Which I think would make cleaning it a lot easier, but also it's pretty. I've seen tile here.
She's seen it there. She's also seen it right there on those steps.
Yeah, or the wallpaper, the stick-on wallpaper, just on the faces.
We probably won't do that. That seems like a lot of work. But the big one is this thing right here. Here, I'll show you. It comes off and falls off, this little piece, every time we move.
Yeah, and not only that, it's not level at all. Like, it's just not great.
So that guy right there, he's coming off.
For sure coming off.
And we're putting some sort of sticky tile right there that looks like rock or tile or something to make it look better. And I've actually, she showed me pictures, it looks a lot better. But the big project is in here.
I can't wait.
And in here, we have the Happijac system.
Yep. We
have this bed and we have this bed. This one right here is just the two chairs that come down, and it's sort of like a bed, but not really. What's going bye-bye, and we're making it two full-size queen bunk beds.
Yes, I'm super excited about this. So Ashlyn's been sleeping on this. We just put a little mattress topper on top of it to make it a little more comfortable. But since Kayla's getting kicked out and coming back here, we figured it was time for them to get their own mattresses.
I believe it's we have a mattress pad, and do we have the teddy bear thing still?
Oh yeah, we do.
The stock teddy bear little thin thing.
That came on the top of the bed. And then our mattress up there is really, really tall because that came from Ashlyn's room when we had our house. So I think we're gonna change that out to something a little shorter.
Well, we know what we're changing out to.
We do.
You have to stay tuned. You have to stay tuned to the next episode. So we have everything moved out of the way so we can start working on getting rid of that thing right there. So before we do, I'm going to show you what the girls have been sleeping on. So we have this mattress pad right here, and underneath is this foam pad that we got from Walmart. And this right here is the original teddy bed that used to go up there before we got that mattress. But now we're going to get rid of all this stuff, and we're going to take these couches right here, and we're going to remove them from their brackets so we can use the same brackets for our new bed that we're going to build. One final look at the Happijac bed system. So there's what it looks like without the mattresses on, and I'll show you what it looks like when you fold it up. So they become couches. So you have one right there, and this one folds up right there. So then you have a couch and a couch, and they actually make a table that goes in right here, but because we have a carpet down, it's covering the holes. But we're going to remove these from their brackets and start planning on how we're going to build this bed frame that's very similar to that one, but it'll be down here. Here is the Happijac bed system raised up. And originally, I was just going to unbolt it right here and try to sell these as a complete working set. But after looking at this bracket right here, which is actually part of the frame for the seats, I'm going to remove the bracket from the seats with these 4 bolts and those 4 bolts and use this bracket right here to mount my new bed frame. So these are still going to be for sale, but they may not be for everyone because you're not going to have the bracket right here that actually mounts to the wall. So if you're looking for a new cushion to replace a damaged one, hit us up if they're still for sale. We'll see. Alicia's pretty good at moving things on Facebook, so they probably will be gone before y'all even see this video. But reach out to us anyway because they still might be available. See, you know the good thing about an RV?
What?
It comes apart real easy.
That's it?
That's it. I took out 8 screws.
Yeah.
It came right out.
I'm glad you're able to handle that.
And now we have this.
Oh my goodness.
Which will be fine for our new frame that I mount.
Right.
So I'll make a frame that fits on, obviously there'll be 2 more over here.
Yeah.
And then we're halfway there. I told them those were gonna be for sale, but they're not coming with these guys. So
oh yeah, so are they still useful to someone?
if they already have one and they need to replace a messed up cushion.
Oh, like if a cushion were messed up or scratched. Okay, well good. Tell them contact us.
I did, and I said you're pretty good at Facebook, so
Yeah.
they may or may not be available by the time, but still reach out just in case.
Yep, or through our email, pavingnewpathsrv@gmail.com. And we would happily, if you're in Texas, either meet up with you or let you come and get them.
So anyway, this I mean, we're halfway there.
Hey,
We just gotta build a frame and throw a mattress on it.
Hey, are you super excited?
About what?
You're about to get to go to your store.
No, we get to first we have to get a notebook and plan,
Oh,
and then we have to go find supplies.
the things that make you happy.
Look what I got.
I see, the trim piece.
It's a trim piece. I took it off because I was curious
Right there.
about how they made this bed.
Yeah.
And it's completely not what I thought. I thought it was a piece of plywood. It's actually not. It's aluminum tubing
Yeah?
with very small thins of wannabe plywood on top and bottom.
Really?
So we're going to do something very similar. We're going to use the aluminum tubing and make a frame. But I don't know if we can buy this same stuff this thin. So ours might be a little thicker.
Right. So that's what the mattress is sitting on?
Yeah. So it's got these, I'm sure it's got a bar here and maybe like 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
That run from side to side.
Oh, I thought it was just sitting on the thin piece. Okay.
No. It's this is like a square tubing. So it's like a 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch.
Okay.
And then they had these angle irons on the end.
Yeah.
And that's how they tie them together and hold them on the frame.
Oh, okay.
So this I'm going to have a hard time finding a match for.
That's okay.
So I'm thinking we're going to get a thin piece and stain it. Something color like this maybe.
Yeah.
The top piece, just a piece of plywood. You're never going to see it.
Right.
And because there's 2 of these, there's one on this side right here.
Uh-huh.
And there's one on the back side.
Yeah.
So you have options. We originally thought about putting a normal piece of wood here that was stained,
Right.
the same color as those.
Right.
Or we can remove that back piece and make them match and look stock.
Oh, and then there'll be a
And
little
then
cushion for
Put
the
the
girls.
stained piece on the back side that you'll never see, but at least you'll have a lip to keep the mattress from moving.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll decide.
But this got a little easier.
Yeah.
And my original plan was way more complicated than this. Now we're just going to Lowe's to buy stuff.
You were going to buy welding toys.
I was gonna do some welding.
Not tools, toys. Well,
Why would
good.
I think they would weld something in an RV?
Right? That takes way too much time and skill.
So anyway, it's time to go to Lowe's and
All
get our
right.
supplies. Also, we have to go find your sticky tiles so we can start sprucing up the rest of the camper.
Yep.
Can't believe you brought me back to your favorite store again.
Oh, yeah, this is my favorite store, all right.
Uh-huh.
This is my favorite store to send you to because it gets things done.
Uh-huh. Welcome back to Lowe's.
I'll let the decision maker make the decision. I love this.
Uh-huh.
It feels a little bit light, but I do like it. And then there's this one. But this one is like,
It's real tile.
yeah, it's real tile. It's really pretty heavy. And this one, it says you just need like a little blade utility.
This one's not as heavy as that one.
Right.
This one's pretty heavy.
And I think it's actually prettier. So, do you like that?
I say we take it back to the camper
Yeah.
and let you see it in all the places you think you want it.
Okay.
And then we can come to Lowe's for a second time today.
Okay, we're in your section now.
So, wood's super expensive right now.
Yes, it is.
I don't remember it being that much when I was doing stuff in the attic.
No.
So, the bad news is we need 4 of these
Okay.
because we need to cover 8 feet by 5 feet.
Uh-huh.
They make these in 8 feet by 4 feet. And I don't want
Lovely.
the seam to be in a weird spot, so I need 2 for the top and 2 for the bottom.
Okay.
So there's $200 just for the bed frame. And we haven't even got to the metal yet. Which, by the way, they don't have it here at Lowe's.
Oh.
Means we're gonna have to go to the orange place.
You better go talk to management, sir.
We have to go to the orange place and ask them if they have it. And they probably will because I'm talking bad about them. And we'll have to purchase from the orange place. But we're gonna get 4 of these.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to park. Do you like that new use for that B&W 5th wheel hitch?
I saw that. That's
To hold
pretty,
that plywood up flat.
pretty handy.
So it's on top of the toolbox, on top of the hitch.
Yep.
Fits in the bed with the tailgate closed and the bed cover closed.
That's pretty awesome.
No one has any idea that I have work in the back.
Ford did a good job.
I'm just glad that it fit because I wasn't sure if 4
I
would
know.
fit.
We were going to have to angle it in. So now we're headed to the orange store.
Orange store.
Boo.
Hope no one sees me. I can't believe we're going to the owner store.
You're like cringing. Does it make you feel like a traitor?
It does. I feel like Lowe's is gonna know. They always know. They're gonna know I was over here. I walk in next time, he's gonna be like, where have you been?
When we go back to buy more tile, they're gonna be like, we smell it on you. We smell the orange stench.
Have you been next door? How dare you?
Well, I hope for our sake they have what we need, and I'm glad we have 2 options to choose from.
We're also in East Texas, so if they don't have it here, we can probably find a place that's gonna have it.
Yeah, we're going to Tractor Supply. Well,
my reputation is still intact. I didn't cheat on those.
You browsed but did not buy.
That's right. It's because they didn't have it either.
I know.
So since we're in Texas, in a very, very east part of Texas, we're gonna have to go digging a little deeper. There's some place here that's gonna have more than what I need. We just have to go find it. We're gonna check Tractor Supply first.
Yep.
We may get lucky, but there's tons of trailer type and like metal type places
type
here.
Stores, yeah.
So it's gonna be here somewhere, and it's probably gonna be cheaper than what we could have bought from here.
Yeah, I think so.
Here they charge a pretty penny for it.
Yeah, and you'll probably have more options in sizing. So
I will definitely have more options in sizing and probably thickness too. And I might get lucky and be able to get it already coated black instead of the aluminum color.
The only bad part is you're going to do all that by yourself because Mama's done.
Mama's done hanging out because it's 100. Look at my truck.
Oh yeah.
It's 110.
110 and I'm melting. So
it's so high. So by the time I get done getting all this, I get to work outside in this.
Yeah, have fun with that. Sorry. So does it seem like it's going to work? What do y'all think? I think it's so much better.
All right. So that's one spot. Let's see if you like it here.
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. I do. My only concern is if that's there, I kind of want it over there too.
Well, it'll look good right here.
Yeah. Because I don't want 2 different ones. Oh, that's pretty.
Let's go check the bathroom.
Okay. Oh man. Well, at $13 a sheet, I'm gonna just go ahead and apologize.
I don't think it's not gonna be that bad. Like, it's a camper.
I like it everywhere. I can think of a few more places I want it to now that I see it.
So I just dropped Alecia off back at the house, and now I'm on my way to just up the road to a steel supply company because they have the square tubing, aluminum, and all kinds of sizes. So we just got back from the local place that had the square tubing and the angle iron. They actually sold it to me in 24-foot sections, so we had to cut it on site to get it to fit in the truck. We also have our sheets of plywood over here, so we're gonna get everything set up. We're gonna start cutting it up, and then we'll show you what we got planned. Okay, we just finished cutting everything and we are test fitting it right now, and it looks something like this. So we have a plywood base, which is actually 2 pieces, 1 and 2, and the seam is right here in the middle because we need it to be 60 by 80 and plywood is not 60 by 80. We also have 5.5 inch aluminum square tubing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that run that way. And we'll secure the wood to the beams, and then we'll take that piece right there and that piece right there, sandwich them on top, secure them to the wood, and then over here we have 2-inch aluminum angle iron that we will run along the edge right here to make a nice foundation for our bed. So we got the bed frame mocked up and it's gonna work out just fine. But unfortunately, we're running out of time tonight. So I got everything picked up over here. The bed frame's gonna sleep right there tonight. Got all my tools packed up and we're gonna call it a night. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, y'all, and welcome back. So last night we finished up by mocking up our bed frame. Now today, we're gonna start off by sanding everything up and cleaning all the edges up before we start assembling it. So we have the plywood and the square tubing all sanded up and smooth, and now here's my idea. So laid out just like this, I'm gonna take and drill holes from the bottom and secure the tubing to the plywood, and then I will take those two pieces over there and lay them on top and secure them as well. All right guys, so I have it halfway assembled. So right now I have my 2 pieces of plywood and I have my 5 square tubing bars running this way. And I've put a screw about every 15 inches this way, and that's probably about double the amount of screws that Grand Design would have given me for the entire bed. But now I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna show you how I assembled it when I do the other side. So I got it flipped over and this is what it looks like. So I have my piece of plywood and I have my 5 aluminum square tubings. And what I'll do is I'll come right here and I'll drill some pilot holes with a drill bit, and I'll go back with some screws. So I usually do the corners to make sure it's lined up. And then once I've got the 4 corners, I'll come back with the tape to make sure all my bolts, both horizontal and vertical, are in a line. All right, now that I have all 4 corners done for this piece of plywood, I'll install this one and do all 4 corners as well. Then I'll get my tape measure out and I will draw lines so that I can make sure that my screws are spaced out evenly, both horizontal and vertically. So we now have the top and the bottom assembled on our square tubing. Now I'm gonna get the sander out and I'm gonna sand both sides really good. I'm also gonna come back and I'm gonna touch up on the ends where the square tubing is. We actually have plans for this. So we're gonna get angle iron and cover this area right here so it ties these supports in horizontally. And also that's about where the brackets on the Happijac bed will attach to. So we will have a full complete square of support on top of the wood. Also, whichever side turns out the best after I sand will be the bottom, and we're gonna paint it gray to match the rest of the furniture in the toy hauler. So we have both sides sanded, and I think this side's the better looking side. So we're gonna go ahead and run to town now, and we're gonna get some gray paint. We're gonna paint that up. We'll also get some 1x4s to go right here to act as a trim piece on the back side of the toy hauler. You won't ever see it, but we want a lip there to keep the mattress from moving when traveling. We just got back from Lowe's, and we got our paint. And we also got these 1x4s, and my idea is to cut them and let them run like that as like a little front trim piece to keep the bed from moving. All right, so we have our first coat of gray paint on the new bed frame and on our trim pieces. We're gonna let that dry and then we're gonna hit with the second coat. Coat 2 on the bed frame and our trim pieces, and I just made this right here. This is my 2-inch piece of angle iron, and I've attached a piece of weather stripping. So when it's done, it'll go right here like this and look just like that. So look as close as it can to what the stock setup already looks like, and it adds a little bit of protection right here on this edge. Our final coat is dry, and just so y'all know, while I'm letting the paint dry, I've been actually up to a lot of things. So the other part of this project is right over here. Alecia wants me to install these peel and stick tiles all over the camper, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the living room. And so we bought these. And I've been trying to figure out how to cut them. Right here, it says you can use a utility knife. Well, according to that guy over there, a utility knife did not work because it broke instead of cutting. So I've been going back and forth to Lowe's, and I now have a diamond jigsaw blade, a diamond cutoff wheel, and a scoring knife. So while that has been drying, I've been trying to figure out how to do all this because I don't know anything about tile, and this is my first time ever, and I didn't want to film it the first try. So right now we're about to work on some practice ones, and hopefully in a minute when I show you the end result, we figure out how to cut this, because it's actually not a lot of tile that's required to finish the projects that Alecia wants. I just don't want to buy an expensive tile saw just to do it. So anyway, we're about to put that back together and put it back in the toy hauler, and we're hopefully gonna have a successful practice round of cutting this tile up. The last coat is now dry, and I've installed my angle iron on the end with my weather stripping. That's that end, and that's that end. Now all I'm waiting on is Gran and Pawpaw to show up to help me pick that guy up and put it in there. So we've tried with the diamond tipped jigsaw blade and the diamond tipped cutoff wheel, and it does cut it very well until you get to these glass pieces right here. It will not cut the glass without chipping it and shattering it. So I've done talked to Alecia, and I think we're taking all these back because they are actual tile, not peel and stick. Well, they are peel and stick, but they're actual tile, not the stuff that normally most people use in campers. So we're gonna go back to Lowe's, turn all these back in because these are really heavy too, and then get the stuff we need to get for our camper, which is actual peel and stick that we can cut with this guy right here. Okay, so we ran out of time. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what it looks like. It's in place. It's not bolted down or secured, doesn't have the trim pieces on yet, but it's dark. I've been here all day, I'm tired. There's the trim pieces. We're going home, and tomorrow morning we're going to get our last checkup at the doctor for baby boy, and then we're going to come back over here and finish this, as well as get new approvals for the new stick and peel tile that Alecia wants for the rest of the camper. Good morning. Now this is not the doctor's office, but I woke up early this morning and I wanted to come over here and finish the bed before we went to the doctor because I want Alecia to see it for the first time when it's fully complete. So here it is. That is our new bottom bed, and it looks just like this one. So we got this trim piece right here, which is the stock stuff, but I stole that piece off the back of that one over there that you couldn't see, and I put it right here. So it looks just like the top one, so it's almost like OEM. Now I'm gonna pick the bed up, and I'm gonna show you right there on the bottom. By the way, it was really hard to get this thing to line up because I don't think this camper is 100% square. So whenever I was using all my straight edges to try to figure out if it was square to the other bed, every time I did it, I just started over and I just eyeballed it, because if you put a tape measure on anything in a camper, it's gonna drive you crazy. Okay, so under here, I attached it the same way using the brackets for the Happijacs, and I put a little piece of rubber right here just to help with the cushioning and the movement. It's pretty nice and tight. Also, I had to make a space right there to take account for the angle iron I had right here. But I'm hoping it makes it not squeak as much and it rides better. And on the back here, since I stole the trim piece from the top up here and put it on the front of the bottom one down here, I made these two 1x4 trim pieces to go on the back side, just to keep the mattress from coming off this way and getting against this wall or just falling out against the door right here. There's a lot of things going on back here you have to watch out for. So like, everything's fine when the door is closed. When you open it up, you have to make sure you still have enough room to open the door. So that's our bed, and I'm actually really happy with the way it turned out. My biggest thing was I wanted all this stuff right here to look like it came from the factory that way. I didn't want it to feel like it was like an afterthought, like just thrown together. So I'm about to go pick Alecia up, and then we're going to the doctor for our last baby checkup before we have baby boy. And then we're going to Lowe's to get some more stick and peel tiles for the rest of the camper, and I'm gonna bring her back here and show her this bed. Welcome to the doctor's office.
Last visit.
The last checkup.
Thank goodness.
So I'm gonna tell them what you told me last night. So last time when we came here a week ago, she goes, "We're having this baby tomorrow." What'd you tell me last night?
I said if we get here today and he says I can have it tomorrow, I'm gonna tell him I kind of need the weekend, so I gotta get the last few little things ready. But I am really ready to have this baby, and if he let me have it tomorrow, we might work all night just to get it done, because it's time.
Friday sounds good, but can you move it back to Monday maybe?
Can we maybe have Monday?
Tick-tock, 7 more days.
Man, doctors are sticklers for dates. I really thought we could convince him Monday would be the day, but nope. What is it, Friday?
Next Friday.
Next Friday it is. So tick-tock, 7 days.
So anyway, now we're gonna go look for some more peel and stick tiles, and you've already told me we have to go back to the orange store. We do,
because the blue store didn't have any other ones that I like besides what we first picked. So back to the orange store.
So how did the orange store work out?
Wah, wah, wah.
Guess where we are? We're at my store.
They only had 4 options at Home Depot.
And they were all real tile, and they said if you want, you have to go online and order them.
Yeah, and we need to be able to see them and see how much they weigh. And
so what do we go with?
we came back to your store. Should Should we show them or should we surprise
show them
them?
a little bit right now.
Get a little preview. I can hold 20 packages in one hand. That's how light they are. Oh, they're upside down. I think that's gonna work.
I think it's gonna be a lot better than what we tried to go for.
Yes, and it's super light, so we're definitely gonna lose some weight, I think.
Which means that's good because we gained some with that bed.
Oh, I bet so. Okay, so what do you think?
All right, I think it already work-wise, it's gonna be much easier.
I think I love it. I love how light they are compared to the other one. I can't believe we were considering something so heavy.
All right, I'm gonna try it over here too. So that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna go right here also.
Possibly. Oh, that's pretty.
All right, let's try one more thing. Right here by the coffee maker.
Oh yeah, I think I like that much better. Look, and this ties into the countertop.
All right, one last place. Let's go see what the bathroom looks like.
Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm a fan. We did good, and this is much easier for you.
Are you ready for the big reveal?
I'm ready to see what you've been working on.
Hey, y'all don't tell her. Don't tell her. Y'all have already seen it, but she hasn't.
I already love what I'm seeing. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. How did you do this?
I stole this piece off the back of that one back there.
Oh, okay. That's much better. We were gonna put wood there. So
We put wood on the back.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, let's go check the back out so you can still see it.
Oh, okay. So it won't slide off the back.
Yep.
And hit the doors. That's smart.
And then we painted that.
And you
That's
painted-
actually a gray.
Yeah, you painted it. It matches our cabinets.
So here it comes down.
Oh, you did good.
By the way, it does miss the fire extinguisher. Barely.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't know this yet, but I want you to move that fire extinguisher. The girls have gotten very curious about them, so I'm thinking we might go above the door. Oh, this is cool. This is much better for them.
Look how close it comes. Wow.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
That wasn't on accident.
Oh wow. You wouldn't even know that it's not from the factory this way.
Yep.
You did good. Oh yeah, and I can see the wood back there too. You did good, even without my supervision. I guess you can work without a project supervisor.
All right. So you approve?
I do. You did a very good job.
So anyway, I think we're gonna save the tile for the next video because this one's running long enough. But stay tuned because in our next video, we'll show you why we did this to the beds.
Bye.